What's going on, Capricorn? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the best, Cap, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be a business spread, Cap, and all the ways we can help you make that abundance. Not that your sign really needs any help, but what's a little extra? And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Capricorn. So Capricorn, with this spread, I'm going to be going till Higher Self says stop. We're just going with the flow. And just so you all know, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings. So apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And then lastly, all the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested there, Capricorn. Ooh, look at you, Cap. Because you got the, let's get into your reading here. Because you got the 8th card of Sagittarius here, which is the microphone card. And this is a card of news, trending, broadcast, expression, strong opinion, make known, current events, public speaking, speak truth, communicate, social media, being heard, and speaking up. All right, Capricorn, look at you getting ready to rise up. I see you. And that's dope. Because here's the thing. I feel like, let's start if we're working at a place. This definitely feels like, to me, if you've been wanting to go for like a promotion, or if there's even like, if you got a strong opinion about like how stuff is even operating, because I'll tell you what, I used to work in food and beverage, and there would be these times where, you know, we kind of get to gather around, and you've ever been in those instances where it's like you'll kind of discuss like all the things that are, you know, that all the improvements that could be, you know, that you see being in the front lines, but we just talk about them and then disperse, you know, and then there's no like action taken. I feel that if you've noticed that, Capricorn, or if you have any kind of strong feelings like that, bring that stuff up, because who knows, you know, if this could get you to a place where you could become like maybe that next supervisor, next manager, who knows, down the line, maybe that next CEO. And here's another thing. If you go to bring up these concerns and you've noticed that the higher ups aren't trying to, you know, maybe they're like, maybe there's a bunch of reasons to, you know, to not improve, then that may be a sign as well. They've spoken their truth, and then you've got a clearer understanding. It's like, oh, maybe I need to start getting myself out there. Maybe start hitting up social media, get on my thing on LinkedIn or job or any of the job boards. So that's something to think about there, Capricorn. Now, depending, you know, if we own a business, you know, if this is something that maybe we've started up or we've been going in for a while, and if we've noticed that maybe things have kind of hit like a wall, or you've just been trying to maybe you've been trying to broaden your business or whatever it is that you're working on to maybe a more community standpoint, I say, you know, get out there more there, Capricorn. Post up, if you know, post on social media. And listen, if you're not feeling as strong, because I'm, you know, you see me, I'm trying to grow on social media too, you know, get savvy, find someone maybe who can help. But I feel like, you know, maybe getting yourself out there, you know, maybe volunteering, you know, on the side when you have some time, maybe set aside like a couple hours or however that looks. But maybe something, you know, getting yourself out there more, making yourself known. And here's the thing, Capricorn, with this microphone, this is not necessarily saying that you need to get into a place where you're like, your face is all out there and, you know, that you're stepping into. This could be, you could even be working behind the scenes, you know, be like a leader who rules like that, if, for example. And I don't want to say, like, you could be where it's like you were motivating others, you know, to help them embody the best versions of themselves and, you know, help get tools that way. Or, you know, however big or how small you want it, you know, Capricorn, I feel like this is just saying that if you want to have a wider area of effective change, then I say, get this stuff out there. Hit up the news, maybe hit up a blog, see what's going out there. But let's get some tarot on this, because this is a sick start here. I'm with that. Oh, okay. Nice. You got the Knight of Wands here, Capricorn. And I feel like with this, whatever it is, Capricorn, putting yourself out there, this is, I feel like, a time to take action. This is something too, if we're even thinking about maybe starting up a business, either as like our main thing or maybe even as like a side hustle. I feel like taking that next step and start getting that idea cooking up here, Capricorn, because this is Leo energy, the Knight of Wands. And Leo energy is very much, they're about leadership, their creativity, confidence. So embody all of that stuff, Capricorn, when we're getting ready to present this stuff. And if we have trouble, because I get it, if we have trouble maybe speaking in public or anything along those lines, maybe find yourselves, like I was saying, you kind of run things from behind the scenes. Maybe find yourself like a representative, maybe like a Leo type, someone who's a natural in the spotlight, kind of play off of each other's strengths. Because we're in a time, Capricorn, where collaboration is the name of the game, and however we can co-create is going to be, it's really going to produce a mad amount of abundance. And just kind of see these next few months, just try to see if we can get something cooking up here. But definitely I feel like if this is resonating with you so far, we're going to get some more, but start thinking about how we can get this stuff now. We can start networking and all of these things, because I tell you, by next year, it's going to be how we're communicating, social media, all of that is going to change, and it's going to be nice to have like a good foundation already going into this next year. So let's get some more on this. Okay, got the Four of Cups in reverse here. And I feel like with this Four of Cups, when opportunity, because maybe this is something where you've been presented with something, maybe like an opportunity to speak, or maybe to get your stuff in the news. Maybe someone wants to do like a podcast, or maybe do like maybe some kind of collaboration on like a social platform or something. See these, pay attention to the gifts, Capricorn, and all of the signs that higher self is trying to guide you, because who knows where this could take you. Maybe you were one who thought you weren't going to be in the spotlight, but who knows, if we're missing out on these signals here. It's not to say that you're going to miss what, because I don't feel like we miss what is meant for us, Capricorn, but it gets a little trickier to manifest that when we don't pay attention to the signs, when we're not working with the energies. But when we're seeing these little indicators, because this could be where maybe, like an example of a sign would be like you happen to be thinking about this, or maybe you happen to see this video, for example, and then you go out and then you see poster for like a public speaking class, or maybe there's something where you pop online like Facebook, there's stuff for like, hey, become want to broadcast your stuff here, or whatever. Just kind of pay attention, and again, maybe even opportunities that people may be presenting ourselves, because the court cards can represent people as well. So maybe if someone's been trying to work with you for a while, see where be open to the idea, at least maybe just hear them out and see what we can do with that, Capricorn. Because even if this is not your main hustle per se, who knows how you may help this other person out, and then it really, something beautiful can blossom from this in the long run. And Capricorn, if anybody can be dropping some mad skills and helping people to elevate, you Mark. Oh. All three? Oh, okay. All right, yep. Abundance and decisions all around here, Capricorn, because you got the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Nine of Wands upright. And I feel like with this Nine of Wands, Cap, if we were to, again, just put in this work, and just because another one is Sagittarius's card, two of Sagittarius's cards here on top of this. There's fortune and there's expansion that can maybe come from this, you know, just thinking about their energy. You know, who knows what kind of opportunities are going to come. But I feel like this is like, if something like this has been, you know, you've been thinking about this thing, or like some opportunities have come your way, I feel like really it's saying to give it a try, because there may be abundance here. You may not see it at the moment, and it might be some work at first. But Capricorn, you're the hard workers of the zodiac, the hustlers, and I shouldn't even say the hard workers, the efficient workers. You really know how to make the resources produce. But I feel like it's keeping an open mind and seeing the options, you know. And again, we don't have to blow this up to like a grand scale. This could maybe even be amongst some friends or something along those lines. Not a whole bunch of people here, but just thinking about something, you know, getting the energy moving and just seeing what happens. Because Ace of Pentacles, there's not that I'm saying you're leaving gold on the ground, Capricorn, but, you know, there may be some gold that you could be making here, you know, something that you could be creating with this Ace of Pentacles. So just, you know, because just here's my thing, just because it's in reverse doesn't mean that you can't access it. It's just that we got a Seven of Cups. We got to find it. We got to figure out where this energy is trying to take us. So just something to think about, Cap. More. All right, let's get some more oracle cards on this mix here, on this rise to fame here. And you know, Capricorn, I'm just kind of looking at this, that Speak the Truth just kind of popped out to me. If this has been a dream that you've been thinking about, and be honest with yourself, if there's something more that you want to do on this journey, allow yourself to do that, and really just live your dream. Because I'm just thinking, with your ruler Saturn being in Pisces right now, this is an opportune time for you. And I really feel like I'm really going to be like one where you can do it with some ease. If we start focusing on the things that really resonate with us, Capricorn. So, you know, speak your truth. If this is something that you've been entertaining, you know, any kind of ideas. But let's get into your next card here, because it looks like we may need to do some self-care in the mix here, Capricorn, maybe for some others here, because you got the fifth card of Virgos here, which is the headache card. And the headache card is a card of poor health, dis-ease, illness, unpleasant, crisis, emergency, body signal, needing self-care, problem, root cause, annoying, disagreeable, something's off, pain, and underlying conditions. And so just on a base level, Capricorn, because this is something that I've noticed. It doesn't matter where the placement seems to be. Sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, it don't matter. When you're working with like Capricorn placements, I feel like especially in like your personal placements, and that's all those ones I listed plus Mars, then Capricorn has this tendency to really work themselves. And I mean, really, when you get into the work, you work. And where I admire that tenacity, that gusto, that sometimes I feel like it can be at the detriment of your health, you know, because it's like, I feel like earth signs, that your energies have been geared so focused on, and not that I feel this is not like your intentions, Capricorn. I just feel like this is how the energies have been shifted, that earth signs have been so, they manifest so well on this physical plane, that they've been geared towards the pentacles, but only seeing the pentacles as the money aspect of it, where pentacles covers a broad aspect of things. It's not just the money. It's about your resources, you know, your food, your water, like all of that, your clothes, all of these things. They can deal with, the pentacles can deal with your health, your manifestation, all of that. And I feel that it's just, this energy is saying that on top of, you know, making your pentacles, make sure that we're focusing, that we find a balance, that we're getting out in nature. I feel like that's a good thing for all of us, but I really feel like earth signs in particular, getting in touch with the physical earth, you know, and whether that be hiking, whether that be, I mean, you could just go into a park, maybe going by the lake. I mean, whatever, however we can do it, just getting outside more, maybe doing some gardening, something. But I do feel like that is a common thing that they just tend to will work themselves to detriment. So just making sure that just in all of this, what you're doing, you know, getting good food, you know, taking care of yourself, you know, less, you know, getting more natural stuff, maybe less processed things. Because sometimes, you know, if we're working so much, you know, when we're tired, we're just looking for convenience. Might pop something in the microwave real quick, and where that's fine, you know, it's, you know, we want to work in just some fresh foods every now and again, Capricorn, making sure that we're staying hydrated along those lines. How's your rest looking? And it's not to say with the rest, it's not like I'm saying you need to get like your standard, or what they say the standard is 8 hours. It's just that, do you feel rested for you? Are you, when you're waking up, are you feeling rejuvenated, or is there just like this exhaustion that's settled in all the time? Because here's another thing too, Capricorn. I feel like when we become adults, there's like this stigma that we just get so used to being exhausted that's become a norm. And I'm not sure how that happened, but just because we get into adulthood and there's more responsibilities, that doesn't mean that there's no balance. So just something to be mindful of, I feel like, with this disease, and just making sure that if we can't like take like an Empress weekend, for example, in self-care, just maybe working some self-care into our week, you know, maybe just like getting out for a walk, maybe for like a, you know, maybe 5-10 minutes a day, just maybe doing a lap around the block, any kind of thing to just keep that energy moving, Capricorn. But let's get some cards on this, and get a little bit more on this energy. All right, so we got the Eight of Pentacles here. And then we got, wow, more Virgo energy here, and a strong one too. And I actually like that, because you got the Hermit, and then the Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, all of these are Virgo's cards. And you know what? Just even bringing that up, Virgo, their sign, just as, you know, Virgo lives in the 6th house, or in the 6th house. And their energy embodies routines, healthcare, your daily job, not like your career, but just like your everyday job. They embody that stuff. But I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles popping up with this headache card, like I was saying, getting into the habit of working in some self-care routines for yourself. You know, whether that's, you know, maybe instead of having like a microwave dinner every day of the week, maybe throw in, like we do it, you know, maybe half the week, and then on our days off, or maybe during your work, I get it, we get home, we're tired, but maybe on your days off, maybe cooking yourself up something nice, Capricorn, doing something like that for yourself. Or again, like I was saying, you know, maybe getting out for like a walk, or making sure that when I'm just thinking about the hydration, you know, maybe making sure that we have like not just like a regular water bottle. I feel like get one of those big ones, you know, like those 64-ounce ones, you know, like just make sure that we're just sipping water throughout the day. Because, you know, we're like what, like 70-80% water, just keeping that energy just flowing. But also with the Hermit popping up, I do feel that, listen to your body, this body signals and stuff. If we're noticing any sort of like if stiffness or any sort of like exhaustion, dis-ease, if we haven't been feeling well, really taking some time and being with that, nurturing that, taking care of your health, because you can't make any kind of pentacles, manifest anything if your health is not in line. It's all tied together here, because you may think like, I got to get this stuff done because of X, Y, and Z, but you can't get any of it done if this vessel is not running at its fullest. It's like trying to operate a car, but you got two holes in your tires and your gas is almost on E, and and your door's all lopsided. But and that actually reminds me, well, it's a sidebar, Capricorn. That analogy just reminded me, this is how I feel Capricorns might do sometimes. I used to have this little red truck. Love that thing, all through high school. Loud as all get out. You can hear me from around the block before I was actually pulling around. Something with the muffler, the nature of that truck's problem. But, there was all types of stuff. It got me from A to B, and I took care of it, sort of. But it was one of those things that, after a while, if you don't take care of those things, the door, my driver's side door, I had to hold it closed with a bungee cord. Something happened on the other side. You couldn't open the passenger door, so you either had to come through on my side or you had to jump through the window or get in the back. But just a lot that was going down, Capricorn, and a lot of extra work, putting a bunch of Band-Aids on stuff as opposed to dealing with the actual root cause. With the actual root cause here. So pay attention to those signals, Capricorn, and if we notice that our body's asking us to stop, listen to that, because there's signals in there, and it's trying to get you to where you're manifesting at your best. Mark? Interesting. So last little bit here. You got the Ten of Cups. And with the Ten of Cups, this dis-ease, and honestly, this not being honest with, I'm saying with the speak truth, if we're not being honest about that, if our body feels off, or if, we're feeling this pain or any sort of like just not taking care of our health, this is going to affect our big picture here, Capricorn. It's going to affect this happiness, getting to this dream and whatever it looks like. It's not to say that you won't get it, but it's just going to be tricky how we get there. And it may not be as comfortable as a journey as it could be. So again, and this is something too, just even just getting off the health thing. If we're doing stuff in our jobs, whether we own a business, working at a place, and if it's gotten us in a place where we feel like a lot of stress, and I don't mean just like you had a stressful day. If you've been stressed since you've been there, and there seems to not be any sort of like viable solutions, or maybe there's a toxic environment, however this might be looking, changing that script, switching, how do we change that, doing some introspective work, meditating on this stuff, figuring out in what ways can I manifest my happiness, if we're not feeling, if things aren't working with what's currently, what am I trying to spit out here, Cap? If this isn't how your grand scheme, your big picture is looking, how do we just adjust that? Because again, you really just expert manifestors. So, all right, I think we're gonna get some more oracle cards here. You know what? Talk about staying hydrated, Capricorn. I'm gonna take a note from your thing here. If you haven't taken a drink, Capricorn, go ahead and get yourself some water. Or tea or whatever. Yeah, okay. Nice. I'm with that. Because you got the 6th card of Aries here. which is the flag card. Look at you standing there, king of the mountain. And with this flag card, this is a card of achievement, recognition, overthrow, success, victory, winner, conquest, mastery, bragging rights, carry the day, plans are coming to fruition, and the king of the mountain. And I'm with that, Capricorn, because I feel that when we find this balance, you're taking care of your health. We're getting our ideas out there. We're following our dreams, seeing where that takes you. That's what's going to come. This is just this. Here's your Ten of Pentacles, or excuse me, your Ten of Cups, and you know what? Ten of Pentacles will be coming with that too, because you'll be building your legacy on things that make you happy. Of your dreams. And I do feel that this is something, if we've been thinking about going for either stepping up, or maybe this is speaking out as far as like getting a promotion, maybe you've been bringing it, however this is looking. I feel like be confident in this, Capricorn. Know your value that you bring at your business, that you bring if you're owning your business, and really be in that achieving energy, and know that you can rise up, and that you can be this thing can be as big as you want to be. It's just really with this microphone, I almost feel like it's just like, how big do you want your success to be? And it doesn't matter how big or how small, Capricorn, but just like making that happen, because it's fantastic. But let's get some more on this stuff here. Let's get a little bit of tarot on this. See what we got. Nice. This is a sick little spread here. It's interesting because you got the Strength card and the Judgment card in reverse, and then you got the Queen of Cups upright. And Capricorn, I feel like when we think about these like decisions as far as, should I take this step, does it make sense? And even if when we do, sometimes we kind of like doubt ourselves that things don't like take off immediately. We can get to where it's like, was this the right step? Like, is this really the one? It can wane on our confidence sometimes. But here's my thing. If this was for your self-improvement and, really was raising your vibration, then absolutely it was worth it. It's absolutely definitely, about, this transformation was where higher self was trying to lead you. And I feel like with the Queen of Cups, when we get to these, when you do get to that win, and when we start getting these wins, taking moments to reflect on this stuff and see the ways that you did brought it, see the ways that you want to bring it harder in the future. But I'm also feeling with the Strength card, again, just kind of, picking up off this, the Headache card again, just kind of being mindful of just one of your health, because, the Strength card can deal with your vitality and whatnot. But also, I almost feel like with this like the Flag card, because this gives me very like leadership vibes. And again, if we don't feel like that, if we feel like that we're not going to be confident leaders, or that we can't be leaders, or that we can't rise up, I feel like you absolutely can. It's just a matter of perspective. And it's just like, because here's the thing, it's just like, what does leader look like to you? Is a leader someone who, are they in front, standing out, performing, talking on the microphone here? Are you the quiet leader? Are you behind the scenes playing, moving all the pieces around and, kind of working with everyone? How does that look? But, I do feel that it's worth giving this a try, Capricorn, and just seeing wherever this, because I feel like there's just like some kind of big opportunity that's coming in here for you. And I'm not sure if this is something that someone's presented you, or just that you're cooking up, but I really feel that it's go for it, like this is the, I mean, Pluto's in Aquarius right now. There's no such thing as a crazy idea. The only one that's crazy is the one that's not implemented. So allow yourself to voice that. Allow that truth to be seen, that idea to come to fruition, because who knows where that is, what brilliance is going to come from that more. Now, let's see. Interesting, yeah. All right, Capricorn, Emma. All right, Capricorn, we're gonna switch back over here, because last little bit here, you got it's interest. That's so fascinating. You got the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, and then the King of Wands in reverse. And honestly, for me, Capricorn, especially with this Eight of Cups, if we have any sort of like doubts, with where where we want to go with our future, I feel like let that go. I think that this is a time to really come into your confidence and really start thinking about what you want to manifest next. What are these next like, maybe next 6 months or so, these next few cycles, what is that looking like for you? What do you want to achieve? Where do you envision? How does King, oh, look at that. How do you go from being a Knight of Wands to being a King of Wands, to manifesting your dreams and to feeling like you're on top? And how do we get through this highest version of ourselves here, Capricorn? And I feel like that if you were to get a game plan and get this stuff going and believe that you can manifest some kind of greatness here, that it's going to be abundance. Because even honestly, with this stuff, even the stuff popping up in reverse, it's the energies here. It's just, what do you want to do with it? How do you want to manifest? So manifest, Capricorn. Don't be afraid. This is the time. So, all right, Capricorn. I hope that made sense. I'm gonna leave that there. So if you like that, give it a thumbs up. Then share this, Capricorn, because I get it when we think about stepping up and coming into, what does that next transformation looks like, when especially with, kind of how kind of shaky the energies have been. We've gone through like a lot of planetary shifts. There may be a little bit of apprehension at first and feeling, that nervousness, but let that nervousness become excitement, because this is an exciting time. This is a time for King of Wands to just really start manifesting whatever it is that their heart's desire here. There are opportunities aplenty that are coming here, Cap, but yeah, share this. Let's get you all out here and just rising up and really conquering that mountain. And then if you haven't already, subscribe and then hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. Social media, I'm on Instagram and what's the other one? I was going to say YouTube. Instagram and Facebook. But the big one that I've been kind of working on right now is Insight Timer. It's a meditation app, and I created a group on there called Zodiac's Raising the Vibration, and it's just a place to drop like little positive affirmations, encouraging messages, any kind of like confidence boosters. And if you need a confidence booster, Cap, I got a whole treasure trove over there. But this also too, if you come across some stuff on your journeys, and any kind of experiences, share that, post that in the group, anything to kind of help show that we're all in this together. And then as it grows, I just want to do just some cool stuff, maybe do like I was talking with on my other channel, Charity and Friends, about Cancer, doing like void of course meditation with the Queen of Cups, something along those lines. But all right, and I think, and then lastly, the channel that I was talking about. If you have any Cancer in your placements, or maybe you're going to work with a Cancer, hit them up, and then bring them over to the Charity and Friends while you're at it. And with the Charity and Friends, I do videos Monday through Friday there. We absolutely talk about the Queen of Cups and reflection, and it's a good old time, lunar shenanigans, and all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here, Capricorn. And interesting, you got the Queen of Swords in reverse. And then let me get your Oracle card. Interesting. Then we got the amulet here. And you know, with this amulet, this is kind of like what I was talking about earlier. You know, I feel like when you're thinking about this dream, I feel like it's, and there's nothing to say that there's nothing wrong with like stuff and money and things like that. But just when you're thinking about your dreams, just think broad, you know, Capricorn. Think more than just the pentacles. It's just like, think, you know what, if you, instead of thinking pentacle focus, think about your dream and then how you can turn that, how you can get that to making you pentacles. And that's where I feel like if you work on that, Capricorn, everything is going to really start falling into place and things are going to start making sense to you, how you operate in this realm. Like, just like I just feel like there's going to be like this enlightenment, you know, or this just real understanding of what you're working with and maybe whom you're working with as well, you know. But, and you know, just one other thing, just saying that, not that I'm saying that people are going to be out taking advantage of you or anything, Capricorn, but just with the Queen of Swords popping up, just being mindful of, you know, people who we collaborate with, and just, you know, just using your intuition at this time, you know, just making sure where the intentions are, you know, just considering you're talking about communicating and social media and networking, you know, you becoming a king of a mountain, you know, King of Wands. So just something to think about with that. But all right, Cap, I think I'm gonna leave that there. So you stay safe out there and you raise your vibration, because look at this energy that you brought. There's you be confident and make sure that you're taking care of yourself, Capricorn. Don't work yourself to the ground. Take it from your opposite sign, you know, Cancer. You know, it's where I get it, when we got work to do, but you also got you know, you got to take care of yourself. You know, got to make sure that we're nurturing ourselves every now and again. If you nurture yourself, you know, maybe I'll work a little harder on the social media stuff. How's that sound? Well, we'll get back to that, Capricorn. That may be a tall order. But okay, we've raised. But all right, all that, I'm gonna get you out of here, and I will catch you on the next one later. Look at this epic transformation here, Capricorn. You got this.